Hello YouTube. Right, obviously over the last couple of 3 days the spot price of silver and gold have both dropped quite dramatically, and I'm sure a lot of people will be maybe sat thinking, am I doing the right thing hanging on to my physical silver and gold? Is the price going to continue to drop? Well, if you look at the fundamentals of the system, would you say yourself in the last week or so that anything has particularly changed greatly? For me, looking at the system as it is, I would say nothing's changed. Obviously, Barack Obama and Gordon Brown are both doing a lot of saber rattling, threatening the banking system, etc., with new rules and regulations that intend to be levied against them to stop these the situation from getting out of hand again. But the reason you, like me, invested in your precious metals was to protect your savings against the inflationary practices of our joint governments, plus all the other governments around the world who are printing endless amounts of cash backed by nothing. Well, you look at government borrowing in the States, look at government borrowing in the UK, they're all talking about making savings, but none of them are actually making any savings. They're all empty promises, really. They know they've got to do it, but to save their own scrawny necks as far as politicians, they're not willing to actually do what they say they're going to do, because they daren't face the backlash, well, the backlash that they think would be there. I mean, some people like myself would look at them dealing with things in the appropriate manner for the situation we're in. It wouldn't upset me for there to be savings, because to me that's what needs to happen. But they're not willing to do what needs to be done. They'll just carry on doing the same silly things that they've been doing all along. Now, government borrowing is not going to decline in the UK. If anything, government borrowing will increase. You look at the unemployment figures in the UK. Unemployment's undoubtedly rising. The company I work for, I'm a plumbing and heating engineer, and for the last over the last 12 months, the company I work for, we've gone from 32 guys. I know it's not a massive amount, but we've gone from 32 guys down to 15 now, so half of our staff have gone. Also, the company where I served my apprenticeship, which had 200 plumbers working for them, they've gone bust in the last 4 or 5 months. Builders that we do quite a lot of work for, just this week they've been handing out letters to their site agents and employees, letting them go. They have let another 18 people go. So all I'm seeing all around at the moment, especially in the building game, is job losses. So governments are borrowing more money. Governments are committing to spend more money, but unemployment is rising. So tax revenue for governments, especially the UK and American governments, is obviously going to be declining. So how are they going to make up the shortfall? How are they going to make up the difference between the money they need, the cash they need to run the system, and the amount that they're pulling in as far as taxable income? Obviously they've got no option. In America and Britain's case, they'll try to borrow, but they get into the stage where very few countries are willing to buy American and British bonds. When they try to sell them now, there's very few countries turning up to buy British and American debt. So, you know, I can't see that anything's particularly changed. They're wanting to spend more money. They haven't got the money coming in, so you know what they're going to do. They're going to print it. They're going to create it out of nothing. And as far as what that is going to do, obviously that's going to devalue people's hard-earned savings. As far as savings that are in cash, your money's going to buy less and less. So stick with your investment, stick with your gold and silver. If anything, if you're able to take some of that cash, if you happen to have a bit on the side, and if you think it's the appropriate thing to do, then buy a little bit more silver if you're able to do, and put it to one side. It's nice. I enjoy bidding for it. I enjoy buying it, and it can never go to zero, unlike cash, which has always throughout history ended up being worth nothing in the end, just merely bits of paper. So stick with it. We're only halfway through the game, maybe a touch further, the cycle as it were. So stick with it and keep going. Okay? Remember, nothing has fundamentally changed. Okay, bye bye.